Now, I have seen a number of you, taking some of the clips where I was with Edgar Lungu, including the one when the police went to cut the gate over the issue of the Ranex. There is what I wrote there to say, I'll do anything. I think at all cost. I'll stand with the Lungu family at all cost. So there are people that are sending that to me. My inbox is also full of messages. Some of them just insulting me. Some of them calling me the devil, and all sorts of things. Of course, many of those friends who have been my reliable friends, even them, they have distanced themselves. But I want you to know, this position, I've been thinking about it, I've been praying about it, looking at what is at stake, the cost of this. And I've never been more sure about any position that I've taken than the position, I've never been more sure about any position that I've taken, in my previous engagement than I am on this issue. I am very positive, and I'm telling you, I'm going to sleep at peace. My conscience is very clear, and all those that will hate me for this position, I really don't mind. I just don't mind. I am so clear within myself. I am so clear. And this is not about me wanting to come back home. This is not about me wanting favors from Hakainde Hichilema. No. It is not about that. It is about patriotism. It is about forgiveness. Basically, these are the two issues for me. Forgiveness, patriotism. That is what I'm standing on. You can't be dwelling on the negatives when a person has died. You can't. You can't be dwelling. I can't take it. That I can't. Whichever way you say it, whichever way you put it, at the end of the day, it's all coming to bitterness. It's coming to bitterness. No, Edgar Lungu did this. Hakainde Hichilema did this. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema stopped him from going for medicals. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema revoked the benefits and whatever. All those things that you're talking about. But, okay, be it true they may be. Okay? True as they may be, Edgar Lungu is gone. Edgar Lungu is not coming back. Edgar Lungu is gone. We can't correct that. We can't correct that. Should Edgar Lungu be in the grave with this hatred? No. This is what he said. He could have said that. Many people have died and they have said many things. But you see, whatever the people who have died say, it is for the living. It is not for the dead. It is not for the dead. So, for the living, you people, the living, what are you saying? Is it making sense? Is it making sense? Surely, it's not making sense. So, from my point of view, I don't agree. I don't agree with Edgar Lungu, even in his death. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. Yes, I was a soldier for Edgar Lungu. I was a soldier for Edgar Lungu. Whenever I was called upon, I didn't hesitate. If you look at most of these situations, you will find that even my dressing will tell you that I was not ready for it. if you look at most of these, even at the house, because I was just called early in the morning, and immediately I got out of bed and drove to Edgar Lungu's house. There was a time when he was called, when the wife was called at force headquarters, not force headquarters, the new building, the new force headquarters, which is in that police. Is it Skanze Police? I went there. I never feared. Each time I was called upon, I never feared. I was like a soldier that was sleeping in the boots. Whenever I was called to go and defend Edgar Lungu, I stood up, I went. Remember the other time, the issue of Tutwangulube, when again the wife was called to deck. I was there. I was ready to defend Edgar Lungu in as far as I knew that he was being persecuted. So, if you like, I am one of those people that went through some of these situations with Edgar Lungu. I went through, and I would not go back on what I said. I would not go back. I called Hakainde Hichilema a dictator. I said all sorts of things. I said, stop persecuting Edgar Lungu. I did, and I will not go back. Given a situation, I would still say the same thing. If some of you are saying, no, you are an ingrate, you don't appreciate, you are unappreciative. Trust me, I've paid more price in fighting for Edgar Lungu than any of you know. I've paid more in my relationship with Edgar Lungu. I have paid more. Hello? Okay. Okay. I've paid more. I've paid more in standing with Edgar Lungu. I've paid more. You are unappreciative. Tell me, what have I gotten? What have I gotten? What do I have? What do I have? Even when you say, no, you are unappreciative, tell me, what is it that I got compared to what I've lost? Here I am. I'm here in exile. I've got no home in Zambia. Okay? I've got no home. My family is scattered. And why do you think I'm here? Because most of you are saying, no, you see, HH is the one that has made you this and whatever. Mostly, it is the issue of Edgar Lungu. The pressure on me intensified because of Edgar Lungu. And actually, I'm not the only one. There are so many people that felt the pressure. A lot of people were being arrested, being harassed because of Edgar Lungu. Yes, bad as that was, at this point in time, it's not something that I'm going to hold on to say, no, HH is very bad. No, let Edgar Lungu be buried in South Africa. No. So I am not refusing all that what you are saying. You can have it. You can have it. And if I want, I would have even added. I'm sure you would have been very happy if I had added more of bitterness by talking about myself being here and whatever. You would have been very happy. But no, me, I'm not a bitter person. I'm not a bitter person. Politics, they have, and I keep saying that. Politics, they have. Hakainde Hichilema did what he could because of the politics. Not that I'm justifying it, but these things are done in politics. Edgar Lungu himself, how many things did Edgar Lungu do to Hakainde Hichilema? How many things did Edgar Lungu do to those who were supporting Hakainde Hichilema? How many? People were maimed. People were killed. People were killed. So how many people suffered? Those who supported Hakainde Hichilema, how many? At the end of the day, I mean, it's just politics. Politics, politics it's brutal. It's war. It's terrible. And when you enter into politics, you need to be ready to face some of these things and not to hold it to heart. I'm here. I don't hold any grudge against anyone. I don't. Not even Hakainde Hichilema, I don't. It's not easy being here. Even when you get sick, you're alone. It's not easy. But I'm not bitter. And I'll never be bitter. Some of you are saying, yeah, you will see your children, whatever. I can tell you, my children are not bitter. Just that I'm not dying now, but you would see my children are not bitter. Even when you meet them, my children are not bitter. I don't teach my children bitterness. I don't. So if I'm and hey, even you, hey, your children, no, don't bring it on my children. Don't bring it on my children. We don't do bitterness. We don't. And even when I was starting politics, I sat my children down. This Economic and Equity Party, I started with my 2 children. In the car, we are going to school. We are driving. And I brought this to them. My daughters, I want to do politics. I want to do politics. I discussed it with them. I told them the challenges of it. And even now, they do understand the challenges of politics. My children don't cry for me. They don't. So, in essence, I'm just trying to respond to those of you who are busy saying, hey, look, this is what you said when Edgar Lungu was there. Yes, I was a soldier for Edgar Lungu. And I put myself everything. I went to jail. I was taken wherever. I've suffered for it. And mostly it was about Edgar Lungu. So I've suffered more than you think that I've benefited. What do I have? You are saying be grateful. Tell me, what do I have? No, Edgar Lungu paid 20,000 kwacha for you to be released out of jail. Why was I in jail in the first place? No, Edgar Lungu paid money when bailiffs got your things. Why did the bailiffs get my things in the first place? Why? Because I abandoned my traditional business and I went campaigning for Edgar Lungu with the hope that, when Edgar Lungu wins, I'll be helped. I was looking after street kids, if you remember. There was an agreement. When Edgar Lungu wins, they were going to help me, with an orphanage, with a car. Yeah, sure. Okay. You remove the thing, the bed. Remove the put and Yes, everything. Even this one, take it. Even that one, take it out. So, what was I saying? So, of course, I had a loan. I was doing my business. Through my business, I had a loan. And then, I went into this politics and whatever. At the end of the day, my business was not doing well. And I was hoping that, these guys will help me. They never did. And that's how I got the bailiffs. So really, when you say, no, be grateful, I'm not getting it. Because I've never gotten anything for myself. If there is help that I've been given, it is help to, to facilitate whatever I'm doing. It's helped to facilitate whatever I'm doing. But I never got anything for myself. I never got anything for myself. No one gave me anything for myself. Did you see me playing around with money during a PF? Did you? Not even a vehicle, a Corolla, no, nothing. So, when you are talking, I mean, you are just talking out of emotions. But at the end of the day, basically, my position is very clear. Barring Edgar Lungu in South Africa is not right. And I know this is not really about Edgar Lungu. This is about the cases of Wamaewa Esther. This is about the cases of Wamaewa Esther. But those cases would have been negotiated better. Makebi Zulu messed up everything. Makebi Zulu, with his arrogance and egocentrism, he messed up this. All these cases that you are worried about and everything would have been sorted out. If Makebi Zulu approached this with wisdom. But he didn't. Then the PF Nawena, they took advantage of this situation to use this for their political ploy. So they messed up everything. Yes, you are accusing HH to say, no, they didn't do this. HH should have gone to South Africa. Hey, look, Buhari, Tinubu sent the vice president and all. Whatever they did, if a minister went there, and the intention was good. So they could have been lapses in the way government handled this. They could have been lapses. But the intent or the intention was there. The goodwill was there. So there is no way you would be accusing this on government. No, government, they didn't do this. No. Hakainde Hichilema spoke to the widow, actually. He did. He spoke to Wamaewa Esther. But you are not saying these things. In your propaganda, you are not saying it. You are just bringing out the negative. But you are not bringing out how Hakainde Hichilema has tried to reach out. You are not bringing it out. And yet, you want me to keep quiet. You want me to keep quiet so that I can watch whilst you run propaganda against my country, against my president. I am in exile, but Hakainde Hichilema is my president. Hakainde Hichilema is my president. I'm not going to, even as I'm here, I will not allow people to abuse my president. I have respect for my country. That is patriotism. Patriotism is to stand with your country. Even when things are bad, you stand with your country. I have never come here and spoke about my president in the negative. Of course, I am here and I've told people why I'm here, because I'm a politician. And of course, because of politics, these things happen. And that's why they have given me asylum, because they do understand. If I were lying, I don't think they would have given me asylum. But they gave me asylum because what basically I said is the truth. It's the truth. It's in black and white. It's politics. That's why I have been given asylum and have been treated well. Anyway, I just wanted to respond to that. Basically emphasizing the point that I've never been more sure of my position on any case than I am on this one. So all those who are sending me text messages, all those who are calling me all sorts of names, trust me, I am not moved. Even those that are withdrawing as friends, even those who are withdrawing their support to me, trust me, I will say, may peace be with you. All those of you who are my friends, who have withdrawn, I'm saying, peace be with you. All those of you who are withdrawing whatever support that you may have given to me, or that you are giving to me, I say, peace be with you. It is your choice. It is your choice. But on this one, no, I'm more convinced. And it's not, I'm insisting, it's not about me coming back now. It's not me wanting to win favors from Hakainde Hichilema, no. What I just can't accept is that my former president is going to be buried in another country. He's not going to rest. Edgar Lungu is not going to rest. If you You are just banking him in South Africa so that you can continue talking about this. He's not going to rest in peace. Edgar Lungu will only rest in peace when he's buried at Embassy Park. That is the only time Edgar Lungu is going to rest in peace. As long as you keep him in South Africa, Edgar Lungu is not going to rest in peace. He's not going to rest in peace. And it will be a political issue. And I know that's what you want. You want it to be a political issue. You want to use it to demonize Hakainde Hichilema. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm here. I'm here, yes. But Hakainde Hichilema is not that bad. We have been using that. They have been using that, feeding that to say he's a very bad man. Some of you are even saying, come back. Because you are thinking, if I come back, Edgar Hakainde Hichilema will throw me straight in jail. You might be shocked. You might be shocked. Just that at the moment, it's not my plan to come back home. At the moment, it's not my plan to come back home. But it's not that I'm scared that, no, I'll be thrown in jail. I don't think so. Hakainde Hichilema is not that bad. Mwewe Kalachalo, you people, my fellow Zambians, please get it in your heads. Ever since Hakainde Hichilema came into power, yes, there are bad things that have happened, but there are also situations where we have seen Hakainde Hichilema acting with compassion. I can give you an example. Number one, Bamaeva Edith Nawakwi, they were like sworn enemies, if you like. They were like sworn enemies. But Bamaeva Edith Nawakwi was taken to South Africa. Even me, the moment I heard by Nawakwi Bafwa, I started talking, to say, you treated her bad and everything. But when I came to hear that actually government evacuated her into South Africa, I changed. What I said is here on this page. You can go down. The moment I heard Nawakwi Bafwa, I started talking. But later on, somebody told me to say, actually, this person was evacuated by government together with Vera Chiluba. I changed. We have another situation. Bakambwiri, sworn enemies again. Sworn enemies. Bakambwiri was involved in an accident. Bakambwiri was evacuated into South Africa. He needed a certain machine and whatever. On government expense, Bakambwiri. And today Bakambwiri is back in the country. Then we have GBM. But GBM. But GBM was released. So, if Hakainde Hichilema has shown compassion to these others, why should I think that I don't believe so. Even my cases to continue to persist, it is because I continued with Edgar Lungu. The moment, if I had stopped, I wouldn't have been here. I would have been back in Zambia. But it's because I continued on the Alewele Lapo agenda. That is why I found myself out here. Hakainde Hichilema is not as bad as people want to put it. There are many instances where we have seen Hakainde Hichilema showing compassion, showing, that human face. So, I am an ankanemulenje baimwet. Hey, shan. I don't believe you. Not anymore. Yes, I am not coming back, not because I'm scared of Hakainde Hichilema, just because, I've got my own plans. Otherwise, I would come back home. And whenever I'll be stuck, I'll come back home. Anyway, let me finish my Twan Canap.